Guys, Kate here. Today has been another crazy day, but has had so many awesome things to end it. I'm incredibly excited right now because Gilmore Girls is on Netflix, which is a be-all and end-all for me. So, uber excited. So this is the unboxing, so it'll be a little bit more excited than usual. Now I've done a brief explanation as to why I'm slightly nuts today. You'll see that we're kind of half down on the floor because I haven't decided. Here it is, the unboxing. I might use the sofa as a kind of like shelf thing to let you see stuff. I might not. I haven't really planned this. I promised you an unboxing. What I also promised you, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or even have me on Facebook, is a geeky unboxing, and this is I think about as geeky as it gets. Bear has given me something that he got, and he hasn't opened it. He's held back just so that I can do this. We are going to be unboxing. I'm going to go and get it. We are going to be unboxing something from Games Workshop. It's been out for a little. Okay, let's try to explain this again. It's been out already for a while. It's not like it's just come out today. There was an older version. They re-brought it back out as a kind of limited thing, and it sold out pretty quick. Bear's got a hold of it, and what I wanted to do is for people that don't know it, they get to see, and people, I'm just going to take this out before I mush it, and people that do know it kind of get to see what's in it and things like that. Generally, it's just fun and awesome through and through. So I'm going to take this bag off here. What I have, if I get this the right way around and if I can actually hold it in the picture, is I have the unboxing of SpaceHulk. Obviously I've made a point not to know too much about it. I will be playing it at some point because I have been wanting it so badly. But the reason I did that was so that, you know, people who are watching who really don't know what it is, I'm not yabbering away on stuff that they have no idea about. Obviously Games Workshop doing 40k and Warhammer and stuff, which I do kind of dabble in somewhat, is a whole world unto itself. So coming in and being bombarded with a bunch of stuff that you don't understand can be quite intimidating, so I'm not going to do that. It's the same as my film reviews. It's going to be relatively like, oh, let's just see what we have here. What I've got here is a craft knife to actually get into it cleanly without causing too much of an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and straight up unbox this with you guys because the cellophane is not even off. Now this, where it's linked slightly to, obviously it's linked slightly to the whole 40k side of, sorry, I'm turning away while I talk to you, how incredibly rude. It's not actually, it comes with its own set of rules, so even though the models and stuff that are in it are obviously linked to stuff that's already out and armies and stuff that you can play, it's not, it follows its own rulebook, so it's not something that you can like do just by yourself. You actually have to have the box and the rules and all the things that are in it. What I'm quickly going to do now that I've cut the cellophane off, I'm going to tell you the little blurby bit on the back. I'm going to read that to y'all, open it up, show it to you, and tell you what you get in it. And hopefully that will make everything a lot more clear. So, this is a man versus alien in desperate battle. From the depths of space, an incredibly ancient vessel drifts slowly towards the Imperium of mankind. On board the SpaceHulk, which is a mixture of asteroids and old ships which got caught in the warp and stuff all mushed together in these big things, are untold thousands of ferocious alien creatures known as gene stealers. The mighty space marines are the only thing that stands between humanity and this hideous threat. These brave warriors must enter the tomb-like SpaceHulk and defeat the alien menace that lies within. So that's the kind of fluff bit. And the actual game side of it is SpaceHulk is a game for 2 players based on the battles fought between Space Marines and alien gene stealers. One player commands the Space Marines as they attempt the deadly mission. They darken corridors in the rooms of the ancient SpaceHulk, and the other commands the horde of gene stealers opposing them. SpaceHulk is an easy to learn but hard to master, and will provide countless of hours of fast and furious action that you must play through the 16 missions that are included with the game. So, going to open it up. Now, obviously, this was out, I don't know how long ago, but it was a while back, so this was brought out. So, generally things, as far as I've been told... Oh, jeez, I'm making a mess. Sorry, just dropping everything. Generally things are the same, but they've added a few extra things in, and generally, I think, just revamped the whole thing. Now, obviously, in typical Game Workshop tradition, everything is on sprues, and so the models and stuff that I can't currently... Okay, this is just an example. The models and stuff that you'll see on the box, you'll build them yourself, but they don't have to be undercoated. Like, usually you have to spray them with spray paint and stuff before you start painting them. You can paint them, but they do come with just like a base colour. So you'll use the clippers, craft knife and glue to do that bit yourself. So obviously you've got the ones in black are your gene stealers, and red are your blood angel terminators, and obviously I've put in specifically that they are in fact blood angels because Bear is a massive blood angels fan, so unsurprisingly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly get everything out, because the list of what is in it is in fact on the back, and then I'm going to show you it, tell you what it is, and we'll just see how this goes. I've never done anything like this before, so, and I'm very excited. Today's just been an exciting day generally. So I'm going to, oh, everything's literally in plastic. How inconvenient for an unboxing. Oh really? That whole thing, just for that seems somewhat excessive, but okay. Okie dokie. I don't know what these are for, but okay. Just a second. Okay, so I'm going to turn the box over because the list of what's in it is on the back, along with the fluff blurb and the kind of description of the game. So, you have 1x rulebook, which obviously tells you how to play and all of that stuff. Then you have 1x mission book, which gives you not only obviously all of the different missions that you have there, but it also gives you information, kind of backstory and information on the characters that you have been given. So that's kind of like where you get all your information is going to be in those two books. I want to get this in the right order. So you've got your 12 Space Marine models, which is on those sprues. You have 22 Gene Stealer models, which are the ones in black. 1 Broodlord model, who is meant to be the scariest thing to come up against, and which generally you're going to spend a lot of time dying. If you see it, run, I think was the advice I was given. So obviously I've got in, everything comes wrapped in an en masse of cellophane, so I'm going to quickly pop this open. Now some stuff I might not know just offhand what exactly it is, so I'm going to try and not seem too dumb to the whole thing, but like I said, I wanted to know a little bit about it, but I didn't want to know too much, because obviously somebody who maybe plays but doesn't know SpaceHulk, then they are going to feel the same way that I'm feeling right now, kind of a bit overwhelmed with and lots of information and stuff like that. Obviously, if this was the case that I'd actually bought this for myself to just sit down and play with a friend, I would have perused the book quite extensively before sharing it with anyone, but that is not the point of this channel. So everything's about learning and sharing as we go. Right, okay. Let's see if I can get this right. 3 mission objectives. I don't know what that is, but okay. So it says, oh jeez, oh, right. You get 3, obviously, these are all, I'm not going to do it, but these all pop out, so because this is Bears, I don't want to be, like, tearing all this stuff apart. Ooh, the lighting went funny there. So these all pop out, kind of like Pogs used to, if people know what I'm talking about. Oh, have I just shown my true self there? So you get 3 mission objective, 110 gaming counters, somewhere. 77 corridor and room sections. So again, they pop out. So they're just flat bits that that you can clip together, kind of like a really weird jigsaw piece. I'm going to show you a close-up of the back of the box, which will give you a better indication as to how you lay it out. 2 boarding torpedoes and ramps. 20 doors with plastic stands, because obviously you're going to have to go through doors. You can either break them down or just open them. 5 dice, which are here. They're bigger, chunkier ones than your usual kind of small dice. 1 mission status display, which is hiding somewhere. Where are you hiding? So much stuff. Where are you? There we are. So that's that one there. Which I almost just popped out by accident. And obviously that timer that came in the really long box that was totally unnecessary. So what I'm going to quickly do here, if it's going to work, you can see there really badly with poor lighting. Oh, there we go. Tip it and it's better. That you kind of basically you build up the setting for the particular mission that you're playing. The whole idea is that this SpaceHulk, so this mash of asteroid and ships and stuff from the warp, is coming towards a planet. The Space Marines have been sent out to kind of eliminate a threat, because it's full. Everybody knows these guys are full dormant gene stealers that are just going to come and ruin your day in the mildest sense. No, they're gonna mess things up and it's gonna get bad. So the idea that these guys go out, the mission obviously states what you have to do. There's things like you have to go and collect information from a fallen soldier and take it back. There's a bunch of different things. Obviously there's a, let me just be specific here and check the box. 16 missions to go through and choose from as you play. Compared to the old SpaceHulk, the new stuff that you've got in this one is you've got the boarding torpedoes, the damage control room, breach counters, and the turbo lift, which is stuff that you didn't get in the old one. And I know I said I would do a comparison, but the thing is pretty much everything's the same apart from those bits. And rather than physically show you the different stuff, I'm just going to tell you about it. Like, the models are exactly the same. They are impressive. They look fantastic. I mean, Games Workshop stuff I like anyway. Obviously, I'm a fan. But these, the detail on these, they're relatively easy. Most of them just click together in 2 or possibly 3 bits. But the detailing, I'm looking at a marine one at the moment. The detail on them is exquisite, to say the least. Obviously, these guys are specifically Blood Angels, and so all the insignia and stuff is already built into them. So the definition is fantastic. I'm really impressed by that. This stuff is all, like I say, this one's come out already, kind of when I picked it up when I was trying to find it. So the detailing on them is fantastic. Seeing as I have literally opened it with you guys, I haven't had a chance to go through the books and things. I've been into the store in Edinburgh here, and I have watched a game being played. I've yet to play one myself. I've watched a game, and it's interesting. It's a relatively easy game. I've seen quite young children playing it in the store. So I think the youngest people that they usually have around the store is about 8 years old. So I don't know if you've got kids or nieces and nephews or people around that might be interested in something like this, but it's a relatively easy game with a little bit of adult help, but it is very hard to master and win as a Marine. Obviously it's meant to be difficult, it's meant to be overrun. Think the way that I always kind of saw it, because I did play the computer, like the PC version. I did have a kind of PC version, very, very old PC version of it. And it always kind of reminded me a little bit like the whole alien thing, like these incredibly strong, crazy, en masse aliens out to get you. There's no other agenda. They're out to get you, and they want to just mass numbers. So you're going in as a small number to try and do this thing, get out, and save your planet. It gets interesting though, because quite a lot of it, obviously the numbers are stacked against you. So you're going in and you have to be willing to sacrifice, so you have to get calculated. But again, it comes down to the roll of a dice. So there is a little bit of chance in there. Sorry, my hair is really doing my head in. So there's a little bit of chance in it. I was watching one particular game between two guys that happened to be playing it in the store, and the guy playing the Marines was the one that suddenly turned around and said, "Why won't you die?" And he wasn't talking about the gene stealer. He was talking about his own guy who he'd thrown out to be sacrificed, and for 2 turns simply hadn't died. Purely, I think, down to possibly good luck in his rolls and bad luck in his opponent's rolls. So it's not so cut and dry. It's not one of those ones where you're going to continuously lose and there's never a chance to win. Bear himself has said that most of the times that he's played previously, he has lost, but he has won at least once quite spectacularly as a Marine. So I think it would be fun. I think it's something that you could spend a lot of time doing that's not quite on the grand scale of actually having a full army and taking it, like, you know, tabletop kind of gaming. You can just buy this and play it, and it's great fun. It's had really positive reviews from the people that I know that played it, and from what I saw in the store, people have had a lot of fun with it. Offhand, I think it was 70, but there doesn't seem to be a price tag on it, which is really helpful. I think it was 60 or 70 quid, which seems quite a lot, but with all of the stuff you're getting, I mean, if I just pile up the bits that you pop out, it's that is a pretty hefty load of stuff with great detail. You get the army book, sorry. You get the armies, sort of, in a loose sense. You get your Marines, you get all your Gene Stealers and your Broodlord, you get your 2 books, and your timer. The timer is obviously because this is meant to be a fast-paced game. This is meant to be you're in the middle of it, everything's going on, you've got to decide quick and fast and be calculated. So you have the timer. Now I'm just going to pop this out the bag here. The timer is obviously set, so this one's still running from being in the bag. But so you flip it over and you have to the end of the timer to make your turn. That's it. So you got to think fast. You gotta know what you want to do. You've got to just try your luck, and I can just see it being a really exciting thing. The thing that I was told as well is that you don't see what's coming. So the Marines are bulky Marines walking around doing their thing. The Gene Stealers, until you physically see them standing in front of you in the corridor, theoretically, they just come up as radar blips. But the thing about this is you put your radar blip down, you just pick one up, put it down, and then they walk through. It's not until you see them, as in like you're face to face with it, that you turn them over. And I don't know if you can see here, but there are numbers on these, and that's how many you'll be faced with. So when a Marine goes into a room knowing that there's Gene Stealers there, they don't know how many are there. So it adds a certain element of surprise, the same way that like a computer game might do. So you know something's there, but you walk in and suddenly you're faced with like 5 guys and you're like, oh, whoa, wasn't expecting that. Or you might go in, all guns blazing, and there's one guy gone, blasted to smithereens. So you don't know who you're facing, which is kind of exciting. Generally, like I say, what I might do is I might do a follow-up video to this and link it in. Because what I will probably try and do at some point is actually play a game and tell you the reality for myself, who does play a little bit of primarily 40k, so kind of a new-ish to the whole thing, how I found sitting down and playing it with an experienced player as well, because Bear's been doing this for years, so he's well ahead of me, proper power gamer. Yeah, so by the looks of it, I'd say it is pretty cool. The unboxing was obviously, I've gone on for quite a long time, especially with my excited spiel in the middle, because I'm not exactly sure, because it's not quite the same as like getting a box full of products from like a company or something, which might happen at some point. in which I literally just show you what I got, and then that's that. I've decided in my head right now that I will do a follow-up video for you guys, in which I will obviously be able to read through the books and give you more information on what's actually in them and what you get. I've been working really quickly and I can't remember everything that Bear told me because I didn't write it down. So yeah, sorry, my camera just did something really weird there and it totally caught me off guard. That was frightening. Yeah, so I'm going to go away and put this stuff away and go back to watching Gilmore Girls because I'm too excited. And I will do a follow-up with you guys. I hope this has given you a kind of vague insight into what's available in the SpaceHulk kind of set thing. If you can get hold of an old one, or if you manage to get hold of a new one, I would say totally go for it. It's well worth the money that seems like quite a lot of an initial outset. And this isn't just because I'm a fan. I would say that if you're into this sort of thing, if you're into kind of active games, something that takes a lot of concentration but is fun, you know, because you've got to be using your brain, you've got to be on the ball and know what you're going to do, and I would say go for it. Or, you know, go into one of the stores and ask to try it out, or ask them what they think, because they will be honest. If they don't think that you're interested, they'll tell you that maybe you should try something else, a different army, a different game. There's a ton of them out there. So the guys are good in there. Yeah, so I'm going to go now because I've just spent 20 minutes talking about this stuff, and primarily I think I just talked nonsense. So I'm going to go ahead and wish you all farewell, and I shall be back as soon as I can with a follow-up, and if I manage to get hold of any other product stuff, I will also do another product test thing. So I shall see you guys later, and thanks so much for joining me. Bye!